I want to give a shout out to All Elite Wrestling for last night's pay per view here in Queens, New York. I haven't felt that in a long time. Fulfilled, excited, looking forward to the next show, you know? Double or Nothing 2026. It was a great pay per view. For me, I gave it an 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed the whole pay per view. There were maybe a couple of matches that brought it down a little bit. I explain why. But the whole show for me, and I get it. AEW pay-per-views, I mentioned it before in my watch-alongs. Um, they're long as hell, and on a Sunday night even worse. I can't do AEW pay-per-views, and I just had that feeling about Double or Nothing. Like this was gonna be worth the money that I spent. And to me, after the show ended last night, it was money well spent. I felt like my $50 was worth it. We had the quarterfinals or whatever, the Owen tournament starting at Double or Nothing. I prefer to have those tournaments start on a weekly shows, but it is what it is because to start the tournament, we had Osprey versus Samoa Joe, banger match. Will Osprey, he goes over, banger match for them two. I was really looking forward to that. We had Swerve and Bandito. I did not know that match was taking place. Banger match. Swerve takes the W. He advances. That match was just fucking awesome. I enjoyed it. This dude did a fucking house call I never seen before. Dude was standing on top of Bandito's shoulders. He was stood there for a while and then just kicked him right there. Boom. It was great. That was one of the highlights. Check out the highlights, bro. Trust me. We had the tag team I Quit match. That started the show. Edge and Christian versus FTR. Beth Phoenix, she made an appearance. And it was a fun tag team I Quit match. A lot of plunder. Not a lot of blood. There was some blood, but not a lot. Throughout the whole show, there wasn't a lot of blood. Shout out to Ya, because y'all make blood such a, big part of every show. There was barely blood. And they kept it really, like, very minimal, They left it for the main event and for the beginning of the show. It was a dope match. I really enjoyed it, man. It's worth the replay. Or if y'all find ways to watch it, go ahead. It's really worth the watch. Edge and Christian, they win. New tag team, AEW tag team champions, yo. I mean, to me, it was kind of predictable, to be honest. I feel like, what was the stipulation? If they lose, they can never tag team again. Like, y'all gave it away right there. Also, with the main event, they gave it away. I'll get to that. We had also John Moxley versus Kyle O'Reilly. I'm not gonna lie, I did talk down about this match before it started. I thought it was gonna be like a slow, boring match. Nah, they gave me what I love. Mat technician wrestling, bro. They wrestled each other's ass off, bro. I enjoyed every second of it. Shout out to John Moxley, Kyle O'Reilly. John Moxley, he retained the Continental Championship. Okada versus Takeshita. My bad. Okada versus Takeshita. That was fucking awesome. New champion Takeshita. He became the international champion. He beat Okada. Fun match. The back and forth, the counters. Ugh. The story was right there with the Don Callis family. Kyle Fletcher made an appearance. He hugged Kyle Fletcher at the end, to congratulate him. Then he turned on him. It was great. So it's gonna be Kyle Fletcher and Takeshita next for that international belt. They made that belt more important. Like, they really want it. They really fighting for it. And then they got some top players fighting over that belt. So they're doing good. They're doing good. We had Athena versus Mina Shirakawa. That was a good match as well. Shout out to both of those ladies. Athena, she advances in the tournament on the women's side. You know, we had the fatal four way for the women's world championship. Tekla, Chris Statlander, Jamie Hayter, and Hikaru Shida. Yeah, it was those four ladies. They did they thing. Shout out to them. Um, believe this match kind of brought it down a little bit for me. It wasn't a bad match. It was just like, okay, maybe because it was a lot going on throughout the night. Maybe this was for me. It was like kind of a come down, but it wasn't a bad match. Shout out to those four ladies. They did they thing. And Tekla, as I predicted, and I came into this pay per view with low expectations, low expectations. So shout out to Tekla, she retained her title. All four ladies looked great. Stadium Stampede. I feel like this match for me was overhyped. The talent that they had in this match, I feel like they should have been in the Owen tournament, you know, but whatever, like Kenny, Andrade, Ricochet. They should have been in the tournament, but whatever. It is what it is. Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin. So this was the Stadium Stampede. Let me see if I can remember the teams. One side was Chris Jericho, the Hurt Syndicate, Lashley and what you call it, Shelton Benjamin, the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, and Jack Perry. If I'm missing one, let me know in the comments. Against Fit Finley, or Fit Finley, that's his father, David Finley, Ricochet, the Gates of Agony, whatever. I forgot. This is all from the noggin. I didn't write any notes. Y'all can help me on the comments. But to me, this match was well overhyped. Stadium Stampede. There was nothing Stadium Stampede about this. Well, they had like a fight backstage in the hallway. Here and there, Leo Rush made an appearance. To me, that shit was cringe as hell. They were mostly in the ring, then outside the ring, they made it to the stage. But honestly, underwhelming. There was a tennis ball, a spot in the ring with Jericho. He had tennis balls in the back, and he fucking power bombed or whatever, power slammed Ricochet on top of it. I'm like, whatever, tennis balls. Uh, Also, they were in the back, Jericho and somebody else. It was also Ricochet, I believe. Messing with a tennis ball machine. He was getting hit with it. I don't know, man. To me, it was underwhelming. Really underwhelming. And then at that time, that was the second to last match of the night. So that match, I don't know. It didn't do it for me. It's not a match that I will go back and watch. And it wasn't. That's what brought the score down for me. You know. And then the main event, man, MJF versus Darby Allin. I mean, this was predictable as fuck. Like, you cannot tell me that you wanted Darby Allin to continue as world champion. That's no, because that's not the match for All In. To me, the match for All In is MJF versus Will Ospreay. That's the match. That's the main event for All In. They saved it at the end of the match. Shout out to both of these guys. Day one guys, bro. Great match between these two, man. MJF and whatchamacallit and Darby Allin. Darby Allin was fucking bleeding. That was the second time we saw some blood throughout the whole show. Correct me if I'm wrong. From the back of the head, he came out the victor. Shout out to him. That was the right call. Glad that happened. And at the end of the show, I think MJF was trying to do more damage. Kevin Knight came out for the save. And then when they put Darby in the stretcher outside of the ring, this dude Kevin Knight just hopped over the fucking ring. I think he went up turnbuckle and he splashed them. We were all like, "Wow, okay, heel turn. We got something for Wednesday." You know, they left us with a cliffhanger. That's how you supposed to do it. We get a new champ in MJF. We could go back to normal, in my opinion. And we got Kevin Knight versus Darby Allin. That's gonna be a fucking banger because Kevin Knight, he could go. He can go. And he's not ready for that main event picture. No, he's not. Hell no. The fuck is wrong with you? But yeah, those were my thoughts. If I missed something out, if I missed something that I left out from the pay per view, yeah, let me know in the comments. This is all straight from the noggin. I enjoyed it. Shout out to All Elite Wrestling, man. I really enjoyed the pay per view. I really did, and I'm looking forward to All In. So follow me on TikTok. Follow your boy, and I'll be here for Clash in Italy. I'll be here also for the AAA Mask versus Mask match. Join your boy for that one next weekend. Follow your boy TikTok, Papa Son. I'm out. Peace.